Fuck the world, I'm a walking erection. Spin without a thought, we do it reckless. Your nigga call us texting. You said, baby, don't be mad, you know how Brent is.
Don't open your mouth, you speak good to me. I feel like you.
So today's hair sponsor for this video is AFSISTER Wig. As y'all can see, this is the packaging that it comes in. And it comes in a nice little bow. But we do want to see what's inside the package. So this is how the wig looks. We have a nice straight wig right here. And from the looks of it, the wig does come pre-plucked and also pre-bleached. So I'm gonna get a close-up of how the wig looks. These are the wig's knots. As y'all can see, it is beautifully pre-plucked and ready to be thrown onto my head. This is a 13x6 frontal wig, so there's a lot of parting space. And it comes with 3 clips in the front, and then 1 clip in the back, and then also some adjustable straps. So there's a lot of security in this wig. And then inside the box, it just comes in with some goodies. We do have a wig cap, a baby hair comb, some clips, and then a hair clip as well too. I'm actually about to take off these clip-ins. Yeah, these are clip-ins, and I'm gonna show y'all how it looks like on my head. All right, y'all, so this is how the wig looks like on my head. It has a very, very natural density, and I am going to cut it a little bit and kind of give it like some natural layers. This is how the wig looks like on my head. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show y'all. So as y'all can see, the lace is lighter than my actual scalp, which I do want to change. So we are gonna go ahead and tint the lace. I like to use a lace tint to tint my lace, and the lace tint that I will be using is the AFSISTER smeared lace tint in the color Mocha. Excuse my hair, it looks a little bit crazy, but we're gonna get it together. So I am gonna go ahead and flip it inside out, and I like to do about 1 to 2 layers on this. I am just gonna go ahead and spray this bad boy. And you want to make sure that you get mostly the front of the lace and also the sides of the lace. And I am going to let that sit for about 15 minutes and let it air dry. You want to make sure you air dry and not use a blow dryer, just so it can really catch like the true tint. So as I let this dry, we're all going to go on to the ball cap method. Now before putting on my ball cap, I do like to slick down my edges and make sure that they are completely out of my way. So I like to go in with the Hair Diagram Bold Hold Liquid Gold, and I like to go in with my baby hair brush, and I am just going to go ahead and trace out the perimeter of my hair like this. And then I'm just going to go ahead and slick it back, and once I slick it back, I hold it in place and then use my blow dryer on medium heat. I'm just going to go ahead and blow it down so it can stay. Boom, just like so. Y'all see that? This side compared to this side. Okay, y'all, so this is how my edges look like. I have fully pushed them all away and prepared my hair for my ball cap method. So y'all, I actually had to opt into using the one that came inside the box because the one that I got apparently don't fit my big ass head, and this one could barely fit my head too, but we're gonna make this work. So I'm gonna try to get this over my ear if I can. Right now I'm just gonna go ahead and try to pull this side near my ear and create a little hole near my ear. And you want to make sure that the hole is pretty big and it fits right in your ear hole. So like this. This is how our wig cap looks like. And right now I am going to go in with some foundation just to, you know, do our thing and for it to match my scalp. Alright y'all, so now that I have my makeup on my bald cap, I'm going to go back in with the Bold Hold Liquid Gold, and I am just going to shape out my perimeter of my hair. I want to make sure that I get right in front of my hairline. And you do want to kind of make this section probably about an inch and a half or half an inch wide, just so that there's like enough space for it to adhere to. Want to make sure that it's dry completely. And how you could tell this is dry completely is when it's completely hard and it doesn't feel tacky. So I'm going to go ahead and wait until this is completely dry. Alright y'all, I'm probably about 30 minutes in, and now I'm about to go ahead and cut off the excess cap that I have on my head. So what I like to do is I like to go in with my shears, and I'm going to go ahead and cut in sections. So I'm going to cut up towards like my temple area and then on the sides. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my eyebrow razor, and I'm just going to go ahead and lift up the excess cap and cut against my skin. Alright y'all, so I have my wig cap finally on. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean off the perimeter of my forehead with 91% alcohol. So I do have it in this bottle. I did transfer it from the original bottle into this bottle just so I could carry it as a carry-on. And I'm just going to go ahead and use a washcloth and spray it on there just to clean off the excess dirt and also foundation that I have on my face. So I'm going to go in with a towel, and then I'm just going to go ahead and spray it. And I'm going to clean off the perimeter of my forehead just to get rid of any residue. Now I like to go ahead and do this twice just to make sure that I didn't miss out on any spots. So I'm going to go and flip it to another side, and then I am going to clean off my forehead. So now once that is done, I am now going to go in with my Erica J adhesive guard. This is her watermelon adhesive guard, and I'm just going to go ahead and spray that all around my hairline. And this just helps protect my scalp or my hairline from like, you know, the glue irritating me. It also helps the glue stick better as well too. Now before we get started on the actual install, we are going to roll this wig back. And you want to make sure that it is positioned exactly where you want it to be positioned at. So, as y'all can see, the wig comes ear to ear perfectly actually. What I like to do to make sure that I have a perfect fit and it doesn't ripple in the front is I like to go ahead and cut some slits near my temple areas. And this just helps the wig fit my actual hairline a lot more seamlessly. So like this. You're able to kind of pull a little bit more when doing it like this. So I am just going to cut off a little bit of the excess lace on both sides. And how I measure it is I just kind of go around the shape of my ear. I follow the shape of my ear with the comb, but for right now I'm using my scissors to kind of guide me a little bit. And I am then going to go ahead and cut around my ear. And just be careful to not cut your actual ear. Okay, like that. And there we have it. We have our wig nice and cut, and now it's ready for the install. And I'm gonna go in with my Erica J Hold Me Down adhesive. And I like to go in with 2 layers because I'm not trying to keep it on for long, but if you do want to keep it on for long, I would suggest using 3 to 4 layers. So right now what I'm going to do is I like to start in the middle section first, and I like to get the glue on both the actual wig cap and also on my skin. So I just do it like that, and I like to use my rat tail comb just to smooth it out. And you want to make sure that you work fast with it. You don't want to be super slow. And you want to make sure that you have a nice thin and even layer. Oops. Now that the middle is done, I'm now going to go ahead and start on the sides. Again, get that on the wig cap and also on your skin as well, just so it can adhere perfectly. And then I also like to get the edge of my hair as well too. And when you're doing this, you just want to make sure that there's no bubbles or just clumps of glue that's going to dry. Otherwise it's not going to dry properly, which will cause it to not stick properly. So once you see that it dries clear like how it did over here, I am now going to go ahead and do my second layer on my middle part. So now that it is dry cleared, I am going to go ahead and grab the middle part right here first. And what I like to do is I like to make sure I place the wig's hairline in front of the glue. I don't like to place it directly, like, you know, where the glue is at or like behind it, because once you do that, you can potentially actually have some glue to clean up, and that is not fun, cleaning up glue. So I'm gonna like try to like put it in front of the glue. I don't know if that's obvious or not. And you want to make sure that how you have your hair positioned, it is nice, and there we go, like that. And then now it's gonna go ahead and do that on the side. And then now on to the second side. And you just want to make sure that it is positioned nicely. And after you have a position, then I like to go ahead and just press my fingers in it. Make sure it's nice and secure. Now once that is done, I am going to go ahead and take my scissor and slightly cut inside of the hairline because I don't want to glue all this down. I do want to go a little bit further up in my hairline just to make it look a little bit more natural. So we are going to cut some hair, and I'm going to take my eyebrow razor and I am just going to go ahead and cut in a jagged motion. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut in between like that. All right. Okay. Just like that. And as you guys can see, this looks a lot more natural and mimics more of my hairline. So don't be afraid to kind of cut inside of the lace, as long as it doesn't get to an area where it's like super duper dense. So yeah, now on to this side. All right, y'all, so once that is done, let's look at the lace real quick. As y'all can see, there's still a little bit of lace flapping around. The whole premise of me doing this is to make sure that like I just don't have no glue in front of my actual hairline, because then it's just gonna look really gunky and nasty, and that's what I want to avoid. So now that we are done with that, we're gonna go ahead and start lifting up our lace a little bit. Of all the lace that's unglued. And what I like to do is I like to go ahead and place my glue on like the back of my hand. If you have like a little like palette that you put stuff on, yeah, you could do that because this is a little bit messy. And then what I like to do is I like to use the tail of my rat tail comb. And I am just gonna go ahead and start outlining where the glue is supposed to be. And I'm going to do this 2 times because I did do 2 layers, so I am going to do 2 more layers of this and just follow around my entire hairline. And you want to make sure that you're following the perimeter of your actual hairline. And then once that's done, I like to go ahead and use the teeth of my rat tail comb and just press it down like that. And then I just kind of rinse and repeat. If I feel like I missed a spot, I'm just gonna go ahead and lift it up again and just keep on catching those spots until I get everything. Now that I have all of my hairline glued down, I am going to go in with some spritz. I use the Spritz Mega Hold from Fantasia, but I use it in this bottle. I put some inside of here because, again, I didn't want to carry the whole bottle with me. But I'll list down all the things that I've used in my Amazon storefront or just down below in the description box. So I like to go ahead and use my spritz, and I'm just gonna go ahead and spray on my finger, and I'm going to use my finger just to tap it in. And this would just help further the melt. As y'all can see, that white cast is like slowly going away, which we love. And this method that I am going to be doing is the double melt method. So I am going to be doing this twice and let it sit for about 15 minutes for each layer that I apply it on. Unfortunately, I don't have my elastic band, so I am going to be using the ribbon that they gave me, which is, again, improvised. We're just going to go ahead and improvise because I am not at home, and that is a-okay. At least I have this to improvise with. So I am going to go ahead and clip my hair away, and then I'm going to go ahead and just use the ribbon, and I'm going to try to tie it as tightly as possible. And I'm going to let that sit for about 15 to 20 minutes. Now, for the second go around, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to use my Nairobi setting lotion. And I am just going to go ahead and use my finger. And then also alongside with the spritz. And I'm just going to go ahead and use my finger just to replace it again one more time for the second melt. Y'all, when I tell y'all that this second go around will have your lace looking like scalp, baby. And then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna go in with the Nairobi setting lotion, and I am just going to place that on the lace. I'm just going to let that melt in by itself. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the ribbon again. And we're going to let that wait for about 20 minutes again. I just took off the ribbon, but as you guys can see, it's still a little bit ashy and not really my color. So I am going to go back in with my tint spray, and I'm also going to use this makeup brush, and I'm just going to like lightly press my hair in with the lace tint. I can see this is how the lace is now looking. It looks a lot better and less ashy. I am gonna go ahead and style my hair. Alright y'all, so this is how the hair is looking like right now. But yeah, right now, this is how my hair is looking like. As y'all can see, it is definitely giving scalp. And I am going to go ahead and cut some layers into this, just so we can give this hair some more body. So So I am gonna go ahead and take my shears and I am going to cut in a diagonal motion to create some layers in my hair. Y'all, so after everything, we are finally done with this install. I'm gonna show y'all real quick how it looks. I actually really love how minimal it is. I like the fact that it's not too dense. It kind of gives like a natural density. And let's get a close-up on this lace. As y'all can see, and I'm so happy of how this came out overall, y'all. Like, she is eating the grills up. Like, this is very minimalistic, very, you know, it just gives. She definitely gives that girl. But I hope you guys found this video very informative. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit shook. Let me not say shook, but I was definitely not confident in this install. I did not know how it was gonna come out, just because, for one, I haven't done an install myself in almost 2 months. Well, it's been 2 months now since I haven't done an install on myself. Also, too, I didn't have all my equipment. As you guys can see, I'm in like a hotel bathroom. So, yeah, I feel like I was lacking a lot of things, but I still made it work. And I'm super proud of myself. I wanted to give up, but I didn't. And it came out really nice. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. She is definitely a hottie, alright? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you really love this video, and subscribe to my channel. Click that bell to get notified of when I drop my videos, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.